Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Ziad and today we will see together how to use Symfony Console Component in a standalone way, meaning without a Symfony app. In the last video, linked in this video, we saw how to create a command line and the first step was to install a Symfony project. Now we will see how to create a command line without having to do so. By the end of this video, you will be able to create a command line using Symfony's console component, and you will be able to answer some questions that I have prepared for you to test your knowledge in the subject. So let's get started. First, let's see how our command will look like by the end of this video. So here I have created the command for you and we will see the end result. Our command will look like this: php and then weather.php, and then we will give it latitude and longitude and the number of days as option, and then we'll be asked to give the temperature, which will be in Fahrenheit or in Celsius, and it will, when I type in the first character of the temperature measurement, Symfony will autocomplete for me the rest. So if I type in C, it will autocomplete for me Celsius, and then when I type enter, I will be showing a progress bar, and then finally I will be showing a table containing the days. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 days, which is the number of days that I have inputted here, and then the temperature mean and temperature max for each day. So this is the expected output, and we will see together how to create this. I have already done a video previously on how to create this within a Symfony project. The command line will be slightly different. It will be php bin console app column weather, and then this part would be the same. So you can see that first video to look what is the difference basically between having this command line within a Symfony project context and without a Symfony project context. So let's get started and see how we can achieve this. So the first step would be to install the Symfony component. And to install the Symfony component, we have this documentation over here of Symfony that will help us to download any component and use it in a standalone way. So it's up to 3 steps. You need to create your project, then open a terminal and download your dependency, and finally you will write your code and use these dependencies. So in our case, we are going to need 2 dependencies basically, which are Symfony Console Component and Symfony HTTP component. So let's go and start the first step. So the first step, as mentioned on the documentation, is to create a project structure, which is here a simple folder which I called weather command standalone, and then within this folder I'm going to create a new folder called src, just to structure a little bit my source code, and then I'm going to open a terminal, and within my project folder, which is weather command standalone, I'm going to do a composer require, and my 2 components, which are Symfony Console and Symfony HttpClient, and then composer will fetch all the dependencies and create composer JSON, composer lock, etc. for me, and I will have all these 2 components with all their dependencies downloaded for me. So let's let composer download dependencies, and we are going to create a source file, which is mentioned here in the third step. Here I have created my project structure, which is my folder and src, and then my script php would be weather php for my case. And so let's go and do that. Inside src, I'm going to create a php file called weather.php, and then within this file I'm going to write all my code. So let's go and see if composer is done. Yes, it is done, and now we can start writing our code over here. If we go back to the Symfony doc on how to use a Symfony component, we can see that in the third step we already done all the 3 steps and we have created the project structure, but we are missing one key step, which is this require. So we should require the autoload file that is in the vendor, which is created by composer. So if you want to use all components that are downloaded by Composer, we need this line over here, which is require once and then autoload file. That's what we are doing here in our code. So in weather.php, I'm adding a require, and then after this line I would be able to use any component that is downloaded by Composer. Now let's go to the documentation again, but in another page, on how to use a single command application on Symfony. And we see here that we can use this approach over here by creating a single command application class, and then over this instance over here we will set the code that we want for our command, and then we will execute simply the run method, which will execute for us the command, which is basically what I'm doing over here in our project. I'm creating a new instance. I'm giving it a name, which is app weather. The name here is optional, but I'm giving the same name that I gave in the first video to be coherent. And then I'm setting the code of our command, and finally I'm executing it with the run method. The set code is taking a callable, and this callable has two arguments, which are input and output. Within this function, I'm simply displaying a hello world and returning a success. And I'm going to start small and then add a little by little code to my console to be able to achieve the end result, which is displaying the weather for a given latitude and longitude. So let's test our first very small step, which is displaying a simple hello world, and see whether we have everything working as expected. So we should go to src and then execute php weather.php and hit enter, and then we should see our hello world. So we have the first setup of a command line. Now let's add arguments and options to our command line. I have already done a video where I detail all the next steps that I'm going to do, adding arguments and then getting input from the user and fetching the forecast API, etc. So I'm not going to go deep into detail. Instead, I'm going to link this video in the description, and feel free to visit it to see in details how we achieve stuff. So to add arguments over here, we simply call add argument method and then give it the name and whether the argument is required or no. The same goes for options, except that we use add option, and then for options we have the long name and the short name, the shortcut, and then whether the option is optional or required, and then description of this option and the default value. And by now we should have 2 arguments and 1 option added to our command line. To get these values and display them, we use this code over here. So these 3 lines will get for us arguments, and 2 arguments and option. We use simply the input parameter that is passed to us, and we get the value by the name. We should give the same name that we defined over here, and then we cast that into a float for latitude and longitude, and into integer for days. To test whether our code is working correctly or no, we simply can execute our command and see if we get the right display or no. Let's go ahead and do that. Execute our command with those values as latitude and longitude and 4 as number of days, and we do have the good display, so this step is okay, and we can go to the next step. The next step would be asking a question for the user and asking for him to provide whether he wants the temperature in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. So we are going to use a helper called question, and we get it by calling this get helper, and then we create a new instance of question, and we give it the title of this question or the text of this question. We set autocomplete values to Fahrenheit and Celsius, and then we ask this question. Finally, we are going to output what the user has entered. So we should see this display temperature will be in, and the temperature that the user have chosen. So to test this part, we simply go again here and re-execute the same command. We should see the first display, which is already done, and then after that we should see a question. So do you prefer temperature in Fahrenheit or in Celsius? I will type in F for Fahrenheit, and Symfony will autocomplete for me Fahrenheit. If I type in enter, I will see that temperature will be in Fahrenheit. So we are getting the temperature in the right way, and we can move on to the next step. The third step would be a simple one actually, which is showing a progress bar and advancing it a little bit to show to the user that we are doing is a processing in the background. And I'm going to go to the fourth step and test them both together to win some time. So here in the fourth step, on the first step, we are fetching data from the forecast API. We are creating a new HTTP client instance with HttpClientCreate, which is a static method. And then we are calling a request method on this instance, and the request would be a get to this endpoint over here, and then we are passing the query parameters such as latitude, longitude, number of days, the temperature unit, and a bunch of other parameters needed for the forecast API to work. And then we are getting this response, converting it into array and putting it in a response variable. Let's go ahead and stop this progress bar and then display the value that we get in this response variable to see if we are getting the forecast or no. To do so, we just call progress bar set progress to 100, meaning that we have finished the processing, and then we will call finish on the progress bar and we will go back to line. And finally, we are outputting the response that we get with a print error to make it a little bit beautiful. So let's go ahead and test again with the code that we have added. Let's go for Fahrenheit as temperature. We are showing a progress bar, and the progress bar is 100% finished. And here we have an array that contains all the forecast for us. We still have one final step, which is getting this output over here and converting it into a nice table. So the last step would be displaying that structure that we get in the response over here into a nice user-friendly table in the console, and we do that by using the table instance over here and then setting headers to this table and then constructing the rows needed for this table by for eaching on the structure that we have received from the forecast API in this response over here. And then we are setting the rows to the table and rendering the table. So if we go and execute one last time our console command, and let's go for Fahrenheit, we will see that we are showing a progress bar. The progress bar is done, and finally we are displaying a table with the days and the temperature mean and the temperature max. So that's it on how to use Symfony component in a standalone way. I'm going to ask you some question here in the video, and the answers will be available in the description. So I see you in next videos. Goodbye.